This is Dice, Nerds, and Nagas, coming at you from beautiful Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Dice, Nerds, and Nagas, a podcast that the late Kofi Annan once called the greatest threat to world peace. We're hitting the dead people pretty hard today.
Ouch.
They can't respond. It's the perfect crime. Unless Aretha Franklin's ghost comes back from the dead to say, no, I didn't care for your podcast very much. Then it's true still.
And I feel like we can pull a stance right now and know exactly your opinion.
Let's get out the Ouija board and get to the bottom of this. Aretha Franklin, what did you think of my D&D podcast? What? I think what would be a good answer.
Literally, I have to do that on the Ouija board.
What? Anyways, where we left off, our PCs were about to strong-arm a greedy merchant who refused to let the city take over his dry dock. And let's do this a little more abstractly so we can keep things zippy and moving forward. What would you like to do to convince this
My
guy?
part is use my military strategy to convince him that is the good thing to do.
I see.
What the country needs right now.
You want to convince him with logic, basically. Hey, we're under attack, we need this dry dock, that kind of thing. He's a greedy bastard, but go ahead and roll.
Civil duty.
We're not here, right?
What am I running?
Nah, you two were at church, hit up for donations. But you did convince the head of the church to give up the Sunstone and free up the Wizard's Conclave for other duties.
I dropped 5 gold.
Ah, sure thing, yeah.
What am I rolling?
That's a lot of money still. What?
What am I rolling?
Persuasion? Is that you're trying to persuade him that that is the logical thing to do?
Oh. 18.
18, that's pretty good. So
Maybe
I'd
it's what?
say
Nice.
all of you together were able to finally wear this guy down like, hey, you know, like, this isn't a money thing, this is a do you want to live thing. You know?
Also, we're going to kill you if you don't. But we'll try.
But Count Yuling probably will kill you if you keep refusing. So you're able to convince him that this is the best course of action, you know, that he finally says, fucking fine, you know, the Red Wizards of Thay are going to be pissed at me, entirely pissed that I'm not making their ships, but I'll turn it over to the city government.
Do we know anything about the Red Wizards of Thay?
I'd say as much as the average person, you know, there's a large, kind of wondrous city in the south, past the desert. You know, the Red Wizards are not a very nice group of people, but they are incredibly powerful wizards in their own right. And that they run this city kind of as a magocracy. Beyond that, you don't know too much about their personalities or anything.
What is the name of the company that you're making these words for? Maybe we can help you with that.
Let's see. Let's say it's for the Red Wizards of Thay. We mean the company. Like he's making it specifically for that city.
For the Red Wizards.
Yeah, for them directly. They're
who's he
looking.
dealing with?
Now, I guess he will tell you he's making large passenger-style ships for them, though. They're not warships necessarily, but meant to traverse great distances.
What's the name of the Red Wizard he's dealing with?
The Red Wizard that he's dealing with specifically?
I'll remember the name later, but...
Yeah,
that's
I'm thinking it's kind of the south, maybe what would be like a good North African style name. That's kind of what I'm envisioning for the culture there, sort of a fantastical Arabian mixed with North African style city.
Okay. Omar or something.
Gaddafi. No, where have I heard that before?
We'll call him
Generally,
Omar.
their style of politics is
Omar.
well known. They're kind of cutthroat and they kill each other for positions of power.
Yes.
So we would know that.
You would know that, yes. They're not pleasant people, they're more than willing to kill their rivals to gain power.
Would we know about Sazistan?
What?
Would we know that they're...
Zentarine?
No, Sazistan, it's like they're ruled by a lich, right? Would we know that?
No.
I think they even know that.
That's not... Liches don't advertise themselves very much. even in Thay, liches
Whatever
don't
you
want
do,
to attract
don't tell me.
paladins. You know what? Let's take a little side trip down to Thay real quick. I got an itch. that
Murder
needs to be scratched.
everybody.
So then we get there and it's the Lich King we met before.
On the way back home, Jesse just wants to kind of soften in a tailor, maybe get another set of clothes made, which are almost exactly the same as what he has, but just nicer fabrics. They look, in his mind, this is fancy, right?
I mean, I guess if you drop some coin, he'll make you some more clothes, but it won't be done for a little while.
That's fine. Yeah, just exactly, almost the same as what he has now, just with like better embroidery and
Let's see. I was thinking, how much was it gold? A gold was like $100.
something like that. Yeah.
So maybe 3 gold.
Alright.
$300 or whatever. He'll make you a new
Sweet.
suit.
So 3 gold. So please mark with 3 gold.
3.
I haven't taken any. I literally have 25 silver on my person. So
It is turning into the afternoon time, I guess, you know. So, you can meet back up, I guess, all together.
Okay, but shouldn't we first have gone and told the dude and get the passes?
Okay,
I
yeah,
guess we
so
should get back to
Okay, so we've
back to Count Yuling, he lets you back in, you know, the same shebang, guards, all that, but fancy butler. And, he is, very happy you guys were able to do this for him. So he gives you 5 passes to Kaloon City.
Okay.
Gives you 1,000 gold, I believe, and it was 2 tickets to the Festival of Sighs at the Temple of Lunestra. The goddess of love and etc., all that other bullshit.
So, Yuling, when is this festival supposed to be happening?
Say 1 week from today.
Nice.
Yeah. I want to give people the whole weekend to recover from the event, but man, it's a wild party. I think you guys are going to have a good time.
I'm looking forward to it. Does anybody else want to go? Does Avery enjoy me at the party?
I don't know, man. I'll think about it.
I would recommend anybody else wants to.
I think it'll be a good time.
You know, it would be nice to have a dwarf there. We like to have people from all the different races at the Festival of Sighs, and all the dwarves have left. You wouldn't have to know anything about that, would you? Yeah?
That's gotcha. I can barely speak to it from the audience.
Okay.
Namaste.
No, so the meeting with Yuling goes off without a hitch. It said, oh, by the way, the party in your honor will be tonight down at the main forum of the city.
I don't know how this is coming with where we are. Like,
You can be there now.
No, I mean, no. I mean, we've already left as, whatever his name is, Wolfhard, talked to Yuling yet. Like, would he know that they have something?
No, I think maybe they wouldn't know that yet, so we'll probably get a message saying, oh, can you get passes to these guys?
Yeah.
Or already kind of
Just at the background.
been there, done that.
Right at.
So, yeah, let's see, and after that, so he does mention, you know, so if you are searching for these artifacts, as the Wizard's Conclave seems to be focused on doing, cure this plague, let's get Kaloon City reopened, and I have some very pertinent information about an artifact.
Is there any chance you'd tell us that now?
No, I don't think so. I don't just give away things for free.
Notice that. That's okay.
No, if there's anything else you need, I do have a party to throw together today. Vendors to talk to, restaurants to cater, nobles to invite, that sort of thing.
Is there anything else you guys want to ask?
No, let's go find the others and see if they sort out that sunstone thing.
I'm gonna, I'll join you guys back at the college. I need an extra time.
We're having a
Extra.
feast today.
Feast is later.
The feast is at nighttime, yes.
I'll meet you guys before sundown, but I have a few things I want to take care of.
Cool.
So you're going to the Temple of Mistra? Okay. So Temple of Mistra is actually somewhat close to the Wizard's College. It's a somber building of dark glossy wood with multicolored stained glass windows throughout.
Okay. Alright, so I think the first thing that I want to do
dark. The stained glass lets in sort of rainbow-colored light shafts throughout the whole temple, and instead of straight rows of pews, the temple has many different alcoves and sitting areas. Bookshelves block many views, and groups of wizards sit in groups quietly discussing things. You're able to go to an altar, say your prayers, and you do notice that, like a well-trained party host, there is a priestess that seems to be in charge of things going to all the different wizard groups and stuff. Beyond that, it's just some of the wizards from the conclave sitting and chit-chatting, and this priestess. It seems to be a lone priestess in charge of this temple.
Okay, I'll go up to the priestess and introduce myself.
The DMG.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go to the castle and start making, putting this giant toenails into the hospital there.
It'll take, maybe till the next morning, but then it'll pop out a couple of potions for you.
So, good evening, Mother. Good morning. Is this still morning?
Say afternoon now, yeah. What can I do for you, traveler? My name is Cyrena, one of Mistress' 7 daughters, and head of the Waterdeep Temple.
It's very good to meet you, Cyrena. My name is Jessica. I'm a member of Wolfkind, and I'm also a cleric of St. Noon. I was wondering how the clergy of Mistra have, if the clergy of Mistra have any, I don't know, plans, or if there's any information and news about after the passing of St. Noon.
Yes, it's you that should send some condolences to, I suppose, but the Temple of Mistra goes on, I suppose, trying to bring enlightenment and knowledge to the world.
I was wondering if any of you here have maybe a method of direct contact or prayer or speaking with Mistra. I would very much like to discuss my personal fears about, well, the portfolio of Silu.
Well, I, being a daughter of Mistra, can't speak to her, but for the layman, for such as yourself, I think that praying just at the altar and pray enough at the altar and with enough conviction, perhaps Mistra will answer the call, but she is a busy person, a busy deity, as you can imagine.
I can imagine so. I know that Waterdeep was sort of a great site for, I guess, the reascension of Mistra after the time of troubles, but I was wondering if you had any more, if you were able to share with me a bit of information about that particular story.
Well, I can tell you Mistra in her mortal life was a rather unremarkable girl, young peasant girl with some gifted magic, but she was chosen by the god and ascended to her current place. What else would you like to know beyond that?
I was just, I know there was mention of these tablets of fate.
Ah, yes.
Do we know if these are still on the prime material, or what is happening with them?
Ah, see, that is one of Mistra's secrets that she has not divulged to me. I cannot say.
Are there any extra formalities that I might need to undertake for, I don't know, specific related to prayer to Mistra?
Just have a truthful zest for knowledge, I suppose. She appears to those most curious and most in need of inspiration.
Thank you very much. I think I'll go and pray again.
So, moving on. Is there anything the rest of you guys would like to be doing?
Zimri would like to go to the Griffin Knights and
So you want bracers of archery, right?
Well, yeah, it's fine, but I mean, if they have it.
Okay.
And also if they have any sort of like +1 short bows or something like that. Something useful for archery.
They wouldn't be willing to sell any +1 short bows or anything like that. Bracers of archery, they could probably get rid of for a fee. Let's see. I mean, what do they do again? They just give you proficiency with.
+2
Proficiency
damage.
with bows. Short bows, long bows, and +2 to damage.
That's pretty strong. It's like a +2 magic weapon, basically.
Yeah, I suppose.
And
Not to attack.
The thing is that Zimri's just looking for something that if she doesn't have any spells left, she doesn't have any ball tips left, you know, she can still aid the party in some way. At the moment, her weapons are like bee stings. You know, like, so, I don't know, something that could help her do just a little bit more damage is what she's kind of looking for. She is little, so she likes to stay away from the fight. So that's why she's thinking, if I can be better in using the bow, then maybe I can help more.
the quartermaster, a gruff old veteran of many battles, maybe a little bit shady on the side. I don't know. He say, okay, fine. You want something like that? Bracers of archery that'll cost you 2,000 gold.
Okay.
And trust me, it'll be worth every copper.
I will make that happen. Either that, or do you have like a book on archery that I could study?
Something that would just give you proficiency with those weapons.
Yeah, over time. I mean, it wouldn't happen straight away.
Yeah.
I'd have to spend a few weeks.
Well, if it's just a training manual you want, I suppose I can give away something like that. Give you. Now these are used to train new recruits, obviously. So losing one, I do open myself up to some criticism from my superiors.
Well, would you be okay if I gave you a deposit, and then once I finish training with it, I can bring it back to you?
500 gold.
Okay. So that's perfect, yeah.
Ha! You fool! I would have done it for 4. And then he slips you the thing. There you go. This'll give you the basics: how to fire a bow, how to focus your fire, how to you'll basically be as good as archery as any Griffin Knight if you read this and take in all the lessons to heart.
Okay. So then, she will just. What's the? How many hours would she need to study this for?
Oh,
That's up to you. I mean, they normally have like the books that they have in the Dimos guide are normally about 48 hours.
alright, well, keep it about the same then. Yeah, if you study it very hard for 48 hours, you'll get it. If you're just kind of doing stuff in between, maybe a little longer.
I will just make note of it every time we long rest, and I'll
Finish
count
the
down.
day, yeah.
Yeah, I'll count down until I get it, and then I'll have it.
Okay, no problem.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Alright, so, let's see. Anything else anyone wants to take care of real quick?
Is it still that time? I mean, it's still that same
I
day.
mean,
Yes.
we can sum it a time if we want.
We have to go find. We gotta go talk to them at Sunstone, right? So we'll get back and find out what's happening.
Yeah, so Sunstone, taken care of basically. They got the priest to agree to give it to the Wizards Conclave.
Yeah, so we went to the thing. We got the priest to agree.
We went to the thing and convinced the person
Yeah.
to do the thing that we wanted them to do.
To the other people.
Boom.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so, afternoon turns into evening, and finally the sun, dips down below the horizon. The street lamps are lit, and another carriage from Count Yuling has been sent for you all.
Jason puts in this quote fancy blood.
And let's just say Neelan again is the one that points it out to you guys. But I don't know, whatever. Like, hey!
Drug damage.
Yeah.
I look at Nina and I tell him, stop telling Count Yuling what's going on at the Wizard College.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
All I know is that I am a lot of gold in debt to this school. Did not financial aid.
Never mind. I believe everybody says.
You know, I'm just a poor student trying to make it in Waterdeep. But, looks like a badass carriage is here for you guys. I'm a little jelly.
So you're not going in the carriage.
No. No, I'm not with you guys. I'm putting up my road.
You
Okay.
I'm going with except for because Yuling hasn't seen me.
Does he know? Do you know where we're going?
Yes.
Are you gonna
I
follow
mean,
him?
it's a festival.
I'm
I'm pretty
going
sure he's
to
gonna
the
follow
Yeah,
us
easy to
down.
find, yeah.
Fireworks.
It's not a festival, it's a feast.
Yeah, so the carriage sort
The
of...
really, the only difference is about 2 drinks between the two.
Yeah. Carriage takes you guys down, and you can see that the festivities have already kind of started. There are long wooden tables stacked with different meats and vegetables, roasted this or that or whatever. And there's a large group of well-to-do citizens of Waterdeep all drinking and eating. And a band of bards playing in the center of the town square. Up on a raised area, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Up on a raised platform, you can see Count Yuling, the other council members that you saw from earlier, and a couple other people all sitting there, but with spots open for you guys to be sitting.
Are there common folk around?
I would say there are, yeah. I mean, it's some well-to-do people, but it's open to the public, so there's a good mix of people all drinking and feasting and stuff.
Okay. Are we supposed to join them up there? Or they kind of want to be in the crowd?
I do too. I think that I'm gonna kind of just sit at whatever first seat I see.
I like that plan. Oh, look, they've got rabbit.
Oh.
That's vegetarian.
Damn it.
It's a carrot crafted into the shape of a rabbit.
It's tofu rabbit.
Alright, so I imagine you guys do your feasting thing for a while. You all get some food. You all are eating and mingling and stuff.
I think this is where mingle.
Anybody trying to talk to us? Like, thanks for
Yes. Throughout the whole thing, they're like, oh, you know, oh my gosh, it's you guys. Thank you so much. You saved our city from the frost giant menace. Now we can live in peace. You know, you get the sense that a lot of people aren't entirely aware of the full extent of the troubles that they're going to have in the future yet.
I'm putting
Yes.
an emphasis on mingling.
Okay.
Keeping my bulk up and seeing if just keeping an ear out for any interesting conversations.
Perception check, please.
I would actually like to see if anybody, while we're talking to other people, seems to be paying closer attention to us.
14.
14?
Somebody who's like trying to make up the
We got
the others
6,
there.
right?
I mean, a lot of people are paying attention to you guys. You are the sort of guests of honor for the
Yeah.
night. So, someone showing undue attention to you would probably go unnoticed in this situation.
Thinking back to the gangs in the Jade City, I want to try to see if I can notice any of the nameless ones. Can I try and see any like tattoos or like clothing?
Well, do you
Is it
know
like
much
gang
about the
colours,
nameless
you know what I
ones?
Not really. I'm just seeing if I notice a gang, not necessarily them. If there seems to be a underlying group of people. Yeah, a gang presence.
Perception check?
So what do you get? 14.
14. So, 6. Right? Let's see.
We just need one more 6 roll.
So no, nothing really stands out to you really. One of the people up on the dais seems different than the others. You know, there's Count Yuling, there's the council members. You can see some very wealthy-looking people, and then a very plain-dressed old woman sitting in the dais as well. You recognize her as perhaps one of the people from the far east. You know, maybe from Caelin City. And as for your perception check, you're keeping an eye out for...
I'm literally just walking around trying to see if I can spot any interesting conversations in each room.
Okay. To the 14, you do hear a lot of conversation about the plague still, people. It's still a hot topic. The attack on the giants. Nothing too exciting, except I guess a lot of people are talking about some of the assassinations that have been happening. Now, you do notice a couple shapes in the sky, but it just, nothing. You don't get a clear view of anything at all, really. It's just too dark. And actually, let's all take a willpower test.
Okay. So we add what, wisdom to that, or just a straight roll?
Wisdom, yes.
Save?
Yes, a wisdom save.
10?
So if you have something special for saves.
Right here. It's just wisdom, right? 10.
Still throwing in
Is anyone immune to being charmed?
I'm a human this time, man.
I'm against being. I've got advantage against being frightened. But other than that, no. I rolled.
No elves or half elves.
Yes.
Did the
I
crown
rolled
give
a
you
20.
anything like that?
I don't believe so.
Okay, no.
Okay, so what?
16.
16?
Yeah.
10?
10.
10? 10?
20.
20,
Oh, I'm
okay.
Sorry, 11.
Okay.
No, it's a save. Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Alright. So, all of you but Zenbri suddenly feel this urge, this feeling that you cannot deny, basically. You don't have the willpower to avoid it, but you all start grabbing up your valuables, your gold and gems and such, and you want to give it to the bards. And you notice that they begin moving through the crowd. Burlap sacks open.
Yeah, here's my gold.
And I see this, right?
Yes,
Like-
you can see the music has stopped for the most part, other than one bard rocking out in the center, and the others are moving around. People are just
I notice
Throwing
what's
their
happening
keys.
and I stop it myself.
Oh, still isn't mine, right?
I'm like, you guys are playing really well here. It's just
I've already given
myself
all of
very-
my gold.
yeah.
I've
So
already given
you're all tossing gold into the bags.
365.
I see this and I cast Detect Magic.
Alright. Let's see exactly what detect magic does.
This is mass suggestion or something.
Yeah, I can
It
see
tells you what kind of magic it is.
is happening.
It lets you know where it's coming
And
from.
it tells me where it's coming from.
It gives you like a little like glow, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like in if you're playing like a Skyrim sort-ish game, you have like a person.
Lucky I've got stillness in mind.
And you can see there is a great amount of enchantment and illusion magic being used by the bards. They're each casting large-scale suggestion spells. Give the bards all your money.
You have
Give
something,
the
right?
bards all your jewels.
I don't really have anything to give, but I mean, I give everything. You should give them some too.
No.
No, I mean, they did such a good job.
Stop.
They were great.
No.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
I mean the valuables, though.
Area?
None of these
Okay.
bards
Other
are-
than
none of
gold.
these
Wait,
bards
are
are-
they very far away from each other? Or they close near to each other? What's going on?
The bards?
Yeah, are they spread
They
out?
have spread out. I would say there are about 8 of them. They were all in a large band, but one of them remains in the center, casting spells, and the others seem to be going around picking up huge amounts of jewels and
Yeah.
I cast confusion on him.
the one in the center.
Yeah. And then I jump up on a counter and I say, everybody stop! The bards are tricking you!
So, wisdom saving throw for the bard.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
wisdom a main? No, bards use charisma.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just,
Wisdom
What
is
does he have to beat?
15.
15. Okay, so what behavior does he
Oh.
take?
Damn it.
Who rolls the d10?
Everyone
The
got
person.
+2, but I keep forgetting what
I don't think it would make much of a
Fine.
difference because the ones that rolled low rolled pretty low, the ones that rolled high rolled pretty high.
Yeah.
Let's see, the creature uses action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature in his reach. So the guy in the center takes his lute and smashes it down right on the head of a very prominent decorator, interior designer
Okay.
of Waterdeep.
I shout, Count Yuling! The bards are using magic to trick everyone in this room to give them their money. Please, have them arrested immediately.
He says, ugh.
Everybody stop!
Shakes.
Wait.
Sexy.
When
All of
she
them are.
explains that it's a suggestion, do we know?
I would say
There's some illusions that it works that way. Once you
I
know
know,
it's
I know.
by the time that she's gotten the word out, if you have valuables and you failed the spell, you've probably thrown it in the bag.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about response to.
But the bards, they're trying to make a speedy escape. She
Yeah.
says, hey, there, go, Yuling!
Shouting, I'm like, Count Yuling, get them to lock the doors quickly!
Gods!
Guards!
Seize them! One of the favorite things for anyone to say, really. I mean, I feel like you made it in life if you're able to yell that and people actually
Are
listen.
you doing anything?
Let's see, and the bards, they're trying to escape down the streets. A huge wall of flame rises up behind them as they try to escape.
In front of them.
Behind them. They are trying to escape. There's still a bard in the center.
So we can't get to them.
Well, let's see.
I know that bard in the center. One is confused.
You can use an intelligence investigation check, but it appears that they have a huge wall of flames in the guards, and the people are like, oh no! What's going on? They're not wanting to jump through this wall of flame to chase after these bards.
So does it look like it's an illusion?
That's what the investigation roll is
Yeah.
for.
I...
To disbelieve it.
11.
You're like, oh my god, it's so hot!
We're all rolling investigation.
Do we all get to do that?
I'm gonna
Oh,
watch it.
Someone's gonna roll high if all five of us.
I'm not actually caring about that. I want to go grab the guy.
The guy that's
restraining.
confused.
Yeah.
Right?
Confused guy.
So that'll be, he still gets to, the confusion is just to do
Yes.
that strange behavior, basically.
Mhm.
Breaks his country. So it would be an initiative roll to fight this guy.
6
Can
plus.
I?
9.
So, I see the thing is like hot and everything. Can I try
You
and
truly
find
would-
a different way around?
Yes, you can take a different street outside of the form and try to.
I'll start doing that.
So do you all, the rest of you,
I go
follow him?
I'm running after the people, and I wall check into a...
Why don't you send your whole
I think that's what we were doing.
the whole
That's
point
what
was
I'm
it.
doing.
So you're gonna try to attack the bard in the
Yeah.
scent that
I want
was.
to hit him. I want to grab him when it's my turn.
Yeah.
Try and hold him down.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
the rest of
stay
you are
in
gonna
the center
follow Adrian's lead and try to duck down a different road to cut through and catch them, right?
I'll stay.
So that'd be an initiative for you as well.
I'm gonna say, guys, I'm gonna follow them, and I wall check into a giant owl, fly around the fire, and I'm following them.
No problem. So you're gonna follow them as now. You two will follow them, trying to take a longer path around the streets on foot. You want to grapple the bard that was left behind. Okay, so that is 22. His initiative, yes.
I
9 for me.
I'll
And then initiative to get to the bard. I guess you're all. It's kind of a fight.
Yeah, I'll be in the middle of it. I'm not sure about it.
I'm gonna wolf
9.
out and I'm gonna take
What's
the
your
first wall
roll?
0.
so that I climb the speed of 30. And I'm gonna try to get to the rooftops and jump from rooftop to rooftop to get on.
Alright.
Him and then me. We
Alright.
both got 9s, but I've got 0 for addition.
Alright, so the bard actually goes first. He sees Feather Marshal making his way toward him, and he strums his magical lute or whatever. And you need to make a wisdom saving throw against 18.
9.
9.
So we didn't watch it.
You have been successfully dominated in a non-sexual way by this bard. Although, you know. I don't know.
Then also
Maybe a little bit.
You've already used your slowness of mind.
Let's see.
Use it
To
on the
issue
roll.
Use it many times.
commands.
Oh shit.
It's an action.
So he can issue a command to you. So he says, "Stop her!" And he also begins uses his movement to try and run through the crowd.
What does I need to know what the spell says? See whether I can actually stop it from happening.
Not really. Stop it.
So that's the command he issues.
I can
Stop
move
that
on-
cleric!
I can move on my turn as well.
I'm gonna go. Starts running away.
What's it called? Domination.
Dominate person.
Yeah, I'll be charmed. Okay. Cool. So it's my turn then, huh?
Yes. Every time you take damage, you can make another wisdom save.
Ah, stop it. Stillness of mind. It's charmed.
Okay, so never mind, I guess, then. That
And then
whole
I
thing was
start
totally pointless.
running after him. Stillness of mind is an action there. So that's my action. I can't attack, but I can run after him.
Alright, so you run after him.
How far away is that part?
God, I should have done that against you. Let's see. So, he had a bit of a head start, so perhaps he is 30, like 120 feet away.
I want to do everything to catch up to him if I can.
Alright.
So that's 110 feet basically. If I use my action. Which is
So you make it 10 feet behind him.
I just ran and I used my bonus.
Like he wouldn't have known.
Okay, so
Yeah, he would have known that. I was Zen.
other than this guy, is there anything else in this asset?
The other bards have escaped. They ran past that
no,
old
other
fire.
than the bars. Is there anything?
Was there the whole time?
There's, the crowded feast full of people that are all sort of groggily coming to the idea that they were all just magically controlled, violated. Yes,
And
that's a
he's
good.
this bard is running which direction? From the way the other one's going?
Say opposite direction. If they're going this way, then this other guy's going that way, and Feather Marshal's chasing after him and catching up very quickly.
I guess I can't leave Feather Marshal. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And I'm going to bolt after him and use double speed or double movement.
No problem, so you try and catch up with them. So then it goes to the next guys. You are an owl, you're chasing after the bards. Give me a stealth check, actually, versus a couple of their perceptions to see. Oh shit, you're being followed. You didn't roll too well. So you might be able to go unnoticed still. It's like a 1 or something.
16.
16. So that's fine. So they don't notice you following them necessarily. You are trying to chase them. You jump on the rooftop, so you also
Yeah.
give me a stealth check
Alright.
to see if they notice you on the rooftop beside them following.
14.
They do notice you, so one of them's going to throw a... Guess he'll throw a shatter your way. Just slow you down, stop you,
Okay.
and toss you back a few feet. So that'll be a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I'm not following the boss per se. I'm following her, and I'm trying to look at where she's going, so I can head in the direction.
So,
Okay.
what's with these rolls there? 11? No? Yeah, 11.
Nice. So they do hit. That'll be get some d8s ready. Damage. That is 21 damage. So it throws a heavy shatter your way, just loud, crazy loud noise, kind of stops you in your tracks for a moment.
Okay.
taking the damage, and you are chasing after them as well, so you're following along. They are moving at max speed, so you are also moving at max speed, so it's a little behind them still. They haven't
Like I
been
said, I'm keeping an eye on where Zenri's
on
going.
the owl.
So I'm trying to figure out which direction she's flying so that I can cut them off.
Yes, and I think they will need to be slowed down in some way for you to be able to get ahead and cut them off, kind of. Right, and then we can go. Yes.
I think I forgot to mention this giant owl. Just so you know, not just the normal owl, giant owl.
Oh, okay. So that would be very easy to see them, probably.
Well, I do have +4 to stealth, so.
Yeah, whatever. They don't notice it. You're a dark owl against a black sky.
Yeah.
So they happen to miss you. They focused on, oh shit, there's someone on the rooftop chasing after us.
Can I use an action's turn to see if I can whistle loudly enough to get my hawk to come?
Yeah, that's not even. Yeah, the hawk comes to you.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, I'll just communicate, keep eyes where we go.
Give me a perception check, actually, as an owl.
Sure. I have
There's more than one owl in the night sky.
Yeah.
Oh!
Well, I have advantage, but yeah.
Fair enough. So you kind of peek over and you can see on your left, coming at you at very fast speeds, a fully armored, dark cloaked figure. Full armored, I guess. Did I say that already? Making its way directly at you.
Okay, cool.
So it'll hit you in the next round if not prepared for it, I guess.
Oh, well, I think I definitely picked it up, so.
Yeah, you noticed.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, you two chasing after the bard going the opposite direction. Let's see, he went, then you went, so it's his turn again. Let's see, he's going to... Well, that makes sense. So, following on closely, when suddenly he disappears from your sight.
How closely are we?
You were only 10 feet away. You were a bit further away, like 50, 60 feet away, but you're kind of seeing him, and then gone.
I just teleport right to where he was and try and grab.
I'd say with disadvantage, maybe, since he's invisible. That'll be your
Attack. So what's that? Just a strength modifier? What do you roll?
Grapple?
grapple. I think it's strength or dex. You get to pick. Grapple. Well, yeah, that's if he actually grapples him.
If I get
Yeah, you just have to roll to hit him.
With disadvantage, though, since he has turned himself invisible. Invisible.
10.
10. Okay. So he is able to, you thinking that you got him, but you're holding nothing.
So I'm going to cast this spell magic.
Ooh, okay.
So it's any spell 3rd level or lower on the target hits.
Alright,
So
so
I don't have to see him. I checked.
oh, that's actually perfect then. So, let's see. Choosing a creature, any 3rd level spell lower ends. That's perfect because invisibility is a 2nd level spell.
Nice.
So, you're grappling, and then you notice about another 50, 60 feet away, he reappears in your sight, the same bard.
Teleport to him. My bonus action.
It's not your turn anymore.
He's now 60 feet away?
Yeah, he used his full movement still. He did his action to turn invisible, and then move, and then dash, or whatever. But if you have like a ranged attack, you'd be able to get him with it, perhaps. If you also used all your movement.
Yes.
Anything that's kind of a long
yeah.
range attack?
Well, I do because with my bonus action I'm going to cast Spirit of Mother.
Huh?
It's a larger form of the weapon that I carry. And when you cast it, it attacks. It's got a casting speed.
What's the range though?
Or 60.
60. So if you move,
And then 30
Cast
feet
it.
up and cast.
spiritual weapon. Okay, sure. Why not? Yeah.
Cool.
You can get him.
Yeah.
For once, someone beats Feather Marshal to a running away foe.
Yeah.
Running is so bad.
No!
it doubles the damage, I think, or you roll it twice.
It doubles the dice, not the total.
Yeah.
So roll it, double it, then add your
Well,
One.
since I rolled a 1, that's 2 plus 5 is
7 damage? Okay.
7. And it is in this range.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom again because I keep drinking beer for some reason. I'll be right back.
Man, roll 1 sucks.
I didn't know you had this problem.
It's like,
Huh?
I'm gonna get quiet and let you go first.
Well, I thought about suggesting it, and I was like, well, no, we can. Some people are really strict about their turn orders. The last group, well, not the last group, but the group before that, every time you rolled a crit, you had to roll again to confirm.
What does that mean?
So you roll a crit, and then if you get 20, or if your range length is 20, you roll again, and if it would succeed as an attack, then you action crit. And if it doesn't succeed as an attack, then it's just a regular.
So what, you have to roll 2 20s in a row?
No, you have to roll 20
On the second one, then you get your
and any hit.
Oh.
And if you fail, then it still hits. It's just not critical. It was 5th edition gameplay, but they held that one over. I don't know why.
I rolled a 3.5, I rolled 3 20s in a roll to
We played instant death.
I impaled a ogre with my little rapier.
The funniest
right
story-
from the bottom.
The funniest I ever saw was a cactus that they trained. The cactus had a slingshot, rolled
The
3
Awakens.
20s in a row, and
Awakens.
killed their boss in 1 shot.
Yeah.
Spiritual weapon. Smacks down Bard. Goes to the other group of bards where they are all being followed by you guys.
do I see within 60 feet 2 people close enough to each other, to these boards?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna yell out to them as a command. Second level, sleep.
That's a spell though.
The command is sleep. You can use one word to command someone to do something. It's not harmful to them.
I actually don't think they'd fall asleep. They'd lie down and start wanting to sleep.
Either way, it's sleep.
Do you have command?
See.
I don't, because, okay, so I don't know.
All
Clarity
asleep.
command.
Because it makes them
You can
do something.
you can
Like,
roll.
Yeah.
you can say fly, but it's not going to make
That's
them fly.
my clear.
If you know what I mean. But they'll try fly. So it won't actually put them to sleep, I think. But it will make them
They go prone, for
cool
sure.
down and try and put their nighties on.
That's not-
Alright, one of them fails, one passes.
Worded it. It's confusing.
Alright, so one.
I'm gonna say stop or halt.
Growl.
It's actually written on the spell list.
I know, but you can choose one word.
He's not gonna fall asleep though because that doesn't make
Either way,
literally any
Okay,
sense.
Just the flavor.
So he stops and
Sleep, it's the police.
he says, "Man, I wish I was sleepy right now."
There we go, that's fine. And the one that continues running away, I'll just use the bonus action. Cost fireball to the one that continues moving.
Alright.
Sorry, no, that's.
How many
Sorry, no, that's.
7 in that
Never
group.
mind about that second part. I'll never mind about that second part, because I can't do that. I'll just jump down and try and start restraining one.
That would be an action though for grappling, I believe.
Yeah, I still gotta get down, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get there yet.
So you hop on down, you're like, I'm gonna get you, guy that led down.
Because we didn't buy that rope, but maybe some bag hold it. That's
Right. And then up in the sky, it's a bird, it's playing. It's a guy with fancy magical armor that Akul desires. And he is approaching very quickly. What do you do?
He's approaching.
He's
Flying
approaching her,
towards me,
yeah.
yeah.
She got the drop on him though as he approached.
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn around. He has hectic armor on him, you say.
It does seem to be rather heavily armored, or gives the appearance of that.
I'm going to fly straight down and try to get in front of the group that's running away.
Alright.
And land.
In front of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Akul, you see the owl, the giant owl swoop down out your sight, a bit ahead of you.
Yeah.
And the bards stop for a second, very dramatically. Every move they make is like an annoying theater actor. And when I say annoying theater actor, I mean literally every single theater actor, because they're all annoying.
When I land, I do spread out my wings and just like make myself as big as possible just for the moment.
Let's see, so that would be kind of like an intimidation roll or something, right?
Okay, I suppose. What's
Yeah.
intimidation?
Intimidation comes from what stat is intimidation? Charisma,
Do
okay.
we to roll for it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
See if you're able to cow them with your owly presence.
13.
13. As a group. Okay, they stop. They stop, actually. They don't want to try and get around you for fear of your mighty owl talons. Which does give Akul, who is up next, a chance to duck through an alleyway, end up behind them or ahead of them.
Have we rolled,
Initiative? Not really, no.
we have.
Pshaw.
I just wanted to double check because I couldn't remember.
Well, we've been doing it 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, okay.
So, they're human.
Yes, well, mostly, yeah. Maybe like an elf and a gnome or something mixed in with them too. An elf and gnome, yes.
It's a half.
They're all drowned for some reason.
Next, no.
That's funny.
Just use those wolf pickup lines. And you got a little gnome in you. What you like, see?
I was just checking if my channel divinity was an action or not.
Bird in space.
So what are you doing?
You can bird in space.
No. Okay, so I come up behind him and I use Vow of Enmity on closest one.
What does that do exactly?
And it gives me advantage.
No problem.
And if he dies, then it goes to the next one. And then if he dies, it goes to the next one.
For how long?
1 minute.
Okay. No problem, sure. You've got the bards kind of boxed in now on the street. Owl on one side, Akul on the other side, and
And he's playing big SNL games with fast
I was
house.
gonna say, give me a perception check, actually, to notice this flying madman in the sky.
21.
21, so you do notice, well, let me roll, I guess, to see what he does.
The horses come.
Well, it's not the sounds good. Is this the one?
This is true. So, let's see, you see a humanoid shape falling from the sky directly at you, basically, swooping down.
Okay.
He doesn't get advantage or anything on the attack because you noticed him.
Okay.
But a couple of sharp-taloned hands strike out at you.
Okay.
Is he human? Can you see if he's human?
Hard to tell, I guess. What is your AC?
17.
So, one hit does 11 damage.
Okay.
And then lands, kind of tumbles for a short while on the street, or standing, and it seems to you that you are standing in front of a owl-themed insane person wearing a heavy, dark, armored cloak with sharp talons on either side. Cannot really get a good look at the face, though. Kind of covered with a cowl and goggles.
Who the hell are you and why are you attacking me?
return the wealth of the people to the people.
Okay.
And you are just another dog of Count Yuling.
Hey, that is our word.
And boopity boopity boop, back toward the festival, I guess, where Feather Marshal and Mardum are hunting down a wily, slippery bard. You just hit him with a guiding bolt. It's his,
It's his
or a spiritual weapon, I mean.
spiritual weapon, yeah.
And it is his turn. What kind of tricks does this fucker have left?
Aki's favorite trick.
No giving the GM the ideas.
Aki's
first
favorite
rule of being
trick,
part of
that
it.
is having the familiar do everything.
Hypnotic pattern.
Arrgh.
That's another word to me.
Let's see.
You stop giving ideas too.
Yeah, it's just another charming thing, though. It doesn't work really.
All of you people. Giving the DM ideas. First rule of Fight Club, guys.
Okay, so he sees that you are closer to him, and all of a sudden, like a stink bomb goes off right under your feet, and you make a Constitution saving throw.
That's actually cool. I have advantage for that. I think it's a guess, poison guess.
Is
Oh, I need to know.
Constitution saving throw against poison? Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it! Why do I keep using this shit? Fucking work against fucking dwarves and monks. Whatever. Keep going anyway. I said it already. It's out in the ether.
19.
19, you're fine. Alright, but everyone around you begins vomiting and retching horribly.
Is there anyone around us?
There's a crowd still. I mean, I
Yeah,
haven't
we've
up.
gone like 150 feet.
Yeah, it's a big forum.
Yeah, you're still in this.
Yeah.
But still within the confines of the festival, I guess.
We're still in the festival.
Yeah, in that main big square part in the center of town. Let's see. So yeah, everyone else is fucking sick and vomiting. You're like, "Ugh, this is, you know, every time I take off my shoes. This
Yeah, I take it.
is a
Deep
similar
breath.
odor.
I look at it like,
Oh, that's good shit.
I love the smell of.
And he moves another full movement, bonus action movement, I guess.
How
Away.
close was I to? I
You're
was 50 feet away from him.
yeah, last time. So whatever a human's full movement range is away.
30.
Okay. I will. So he's 80. So I'll run and teleport to him.
Right.
Yeah. And then I want to grapple him to the ground. I want to try and restrain him.
Right. So that is your whatever stat you choose versus his stat, I believe.
No, it's not advantage.
It'd be 15.
16.
16, okay. You got him. You're on his back or whatever. Meaty dwarven arms tight around his shoulders and throat. Equally meaty dwarven thighs around his waist.
That's what I'm saying. This sounds like it's swinging to a certain kind of mood right now.
Let's see.
Warming up for that festival.
So, like, you got this, or what?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, no, I'm. Yeah.
Catch
Help
up,
me
playing
restrain.
catch up.
You want me to help?
Come handcuffing. Yeah. Where's
So-
the guards? Griffin guards.
Yeah, you see some Griffin Knights making their way through the crowd toward him. But what do you do?
Well, it depends on how quickly they're going to get me. Like, if this is handled.
They can get him in the next
No
round,
worries.
probably.
Every round he can contest me and get away.
Okay, well, in that case, I will. I'll look at him and say grovel.
So that's a command.
It is a command. He has to beat a wisdom 16.
He does not.
Yeah, so he technically grovel would drop you prone, but he's not allowed to make any action.
He goes, oh, I'm sorry, I just wanted the money is all. I swear.
So
I
he's not really
just...
struggling against me anymore.
No, now he's
Not
growling up,
interested.
please don't kill me, I just wanted lots of money and
If I was
things.
second before the guards get there, I would like to use one hand to try and find something such as possible.
You have a short chance, sure, go for it.
What are all? Sleight of hand?
Oh, yeah.
19.
19, so very good. So you're able to pat him down, and this guy is... He wasn't the one doing the robbing, I jamming out in this middle.
He's got a lute or a lyre.
But yeah, he's got a lute, and I would say
He is a lyre.
he's got maybe 20 gold coins on him, and a small rolled up parchment.
Dibs.
Small one.
Does it look like a spell scroll or just?
Like a regular, like, to write messages on.
So, we good?
Yeah.
We done?
Yeah, the Griffin guards, they arrive, they've got, weapons right at his throat or whatever. One of them comes, grabs him rather roughly, and ties him
We
up.
should go
So,
interrogate that.
Do you want us
You
now
guys
to-
have a great track record
You
on
should.
interrogation.
for this
Remember
other
that time?
fight now? Do you want
Jesse
us to roll
slipped
initiative?
it?
Yeah, let's get the initiative officially out there now. First bard, he is captured.
So,
I have a bunch of initiative rolls and
And
roll
then when
2
you guys
ones.
enter, you can hop into the initiative too.
yeah, we
initiative
said you
is
want to use
4.
our original initiative rolls then?
No, we'll do new ones since it'll be a new fight. But you gotta get there. Let's say
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
maybe two
I rolled the
rounds,
same thing anyway.
two rounds to catch up with them. I
Okay.
think that's fair.
I rolled word.
4,
It's like
I
a fifth
have
nine.
advantage and I roll
in
2 ones.
4, and then
You got it out of the way. 12. Can't do it for the
well,
practice
A cool might we go first? What?
Roll the tardy.
kind
No,
of day is
remember,
this?
the last time I got to go first, I jumped in front of Nazis, and I got one shot.
and
We'll
was it,
split that.
300 off the pillar.
Don't try and one shot.
He's got a really annoying ability that when I teleport in shadows, okay, don't lie. I get advantage on my next melee attack. That's why I teleport in attack. He's got an annoying habit of we haven't actually done it yet. He did it then, but he died, so that was fine. He runs up to the bad guys and casts this thing which just makes this huge radiant glow. So there's no shadows there. Which means I can't tell us
so I'll split these guys into two kind of groups. There's one group of 4 bards in the front and 3 bards
And one's on the floor.
the back. And I guess I've got to do the owl too. I'm the knight. Let's see. So for the bard group 1 is gonna roll 2 hot, so they're behind Zengri.
8.
That dude who was on the floor or whatever, he'll be back up by now because Kamon's only 1 round.
Alright.
So he'll be back up as well.
Bard group 2, they roll a little better, so they will go, let Akul go first. Bard group 2,
This
and it's going to be before Jessup, after the first group of bards.
That's either you or 4.
9. No! Yes.
No, I just realized Vow of Enmity is actually a bonus action. It's not a full action.
Well, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, it's straight up a push time.
Alright, so, first is Akul. You are behind this group of bards. I'd say there's 3 bards closest to you, 4 bards closer to Zenbri's owl form. And they all have weapons. They all have instruments held menacingly.
Picturing Miguel from the Road to El Dorado.
What was that cartoon horse?
From the Road to El Dorado?
No, older one. Used to bonk people with his banjo.
That
Wow,
seems
that's-
familiar.
From an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Yes, that seems familiar.
A horse though?
Banjo. It's not Banjo-Kazooie. That
There's
was.
like a bear, wasn't there with a bear horse?
Was he a donkey?
He was.
I can see it in my head.
To be fair, I don't think any of us do
I
either.
don't Coyote cartoon.
Either way, you're up first, Akul.
Okay, so I have advantage against the poor bastard thing.
You had a good guess, didn't you?
Oh,
I thought it was a spear.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 tens. What does that mean?
20.
220 and a half.
You rolled double 20.
Double 10s.
Double 10, so I guess
Plus
10.
10 already, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to end this campaign earlier than. Alright, so, yes, so 2 hits, you're trying to just hit one of the bards.
Yeah.
15 damage total with both attacks.
No, that's just the one.
Huh?
That's 15. Holy crap. 19.
Aren't it?
19 hits. Yes, because of my jump that time. So 15, 16, 31.
31 damage. Okay, that's pretty significant. Okay. So, 2 strong hits against this first bard in the group, near the back of them, basically. And then it goes to those 3 bards. So, can I see the player's guide, actually? Do we have one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what special stuff the bards have. Thing.
Making noise next to the
Okay, so first bard, the one that you just hit, he's going to respond with a couple of attacks of his own, just using a rapier style sword. So 2 attacks. What is your AC?
16.
16. So that is 2 hits.
So rapier style. Same action, just creep.
11 damage. Let's see, and the second bard in that group is going to try to cast a spell on you. So that'll be a wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect of this spell.
Okay. 9 plus 4 is 13.
13, that is just not high enough.
I don't know. Wisdom saving throw.
That's 4.
Oh, right.
That's already
Yes,
added.
13.
13, okay, so you can feel your flesh begin to morph, and as you shrink down into a butterfly. Let's see. It lasts up to 1 hour. Let's see, does Butterfly have any stats in the book? If not, then
One.
It'll be 1.
I don't know.
And
In the
then
back,
the
there's-
polymorph thing would turn back into.
there's some
Cast is
stats
like
as
1
well.
hit point.
Yeah, it would have 1 hit point.
we can just use the stats for...
If my hawk has 1 hit point,
Like a-
butterfly definitely has 1. That's what it said.
But it's got like a 25 base.
Yeah, we'll do Frog, just because Frog has stats already in here. So, he turned you into a frog. You can do all the things a frog can do, though, still. You're handy capable.
A frog has no effective attacks. It feeds on small insects and typically healthy watering trees from the ground.
You can jump up to 10 feet, though.
I can breathe air.
Air and water, that could come in handy.
That's pretty snazzy.
Let's see, the third bard is going to just give bardic inspiration to the next one that acts. So Zenbri, you're up next.
Okay, I'm polymorph. And, oh sorry, I'm wild shape, sorry. I'm wild shape and I, you said there's 4 near to me?
Yes.
How far apart are they standing?
One, then 5 feet is the next, then 5 feet is the next, then 5 feet is the next.
Sweet, that's perfect.
I mean 10 feet. No, 5 feet.
Okay, I cast Sleet Storm.
Right.
That basically means now that they are on difficult terrain.
Alright.
So their movement speed is half.
Question.
Yes.
Does that spell that he casts on me, does he have to keep concentration or?
I would guess so, yeah, probably. sure what the save. Do you get to make a save each round?
I'll look in a second.
I think that
This concentration loss.
PO. There we go. So just gotta make sure for them to not kill the frogs, but it does not turn back into
That
a.
is concentration, yeah. Well, anyway, I'm casting it under the four that are closest to me.
Right?
So until the spell ends, freezing rain and sleet fall down in a 20-foot cylinder within a 40-foot radius centered on the point you choose within range. The area is heavily obscured and exposed, flames in the area doused. The ground in the area is covered with thick ice, making it difficult to rain. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, it falls prone. If a creature is concentrating in the spell's area, a creature must make a successful constitution saving throw against the spell's save DC or control.
So I just rolled for them. One of them completely failed, and he has fallen prone. The others keep their footing.
Okay.
I guess it being winter and all, they have a lot of practice with the icy walkways. So the bards will.
Heavily obscured area, does that mean they have disadvantage on attacks, range attacks against missiles?
Doesn't say that.
Obscure.
Wait, do they take damage? What damage?
They don't take damage, it's harder for them to move.
Yeah, understood.
So
So-
the fog cloud also says heavily obscured, so it's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, I
I
guess
think
so.
it's disadvantage if you try and hit them and disadvantage with their strike.
Heavily obscured.
This range weapon.
So blinded.
Okay, so yeah, this is
Okay, well yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to slow them down, really, to be honest. And that's it. I'm
Does this
gonna...
affect any of us, by the way?
No, because those four are the closest to me. If you go into it,
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
Also, I still have my movement left, so I'm going to move back
Away from the sleet storm.
away from the sleep.
40-foot cylinder.
So I can move 25 feet away from that.
Nice.
So, let's see. The bards, you hear them kind of cry, "Okay, glamour gods, let's make a wall of sound." So, it's going to be a series of shatter attacks against the owl, I guess, to break your concentration. Against the halfling. That was an owl. The artist formerly known as an owl. Half a
Howling?
Shatter is level 2. Yes. Spell slots. So that would be 4 bards all trying to do a shatter against you.
Okay.
What was I going to do?
Sorry, I've got another round.
I know it's
So let's see. Do they have disadvantage? No, it's nothing about them trying to hit you. It's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, perfect. That's great.
So
Yeah.
4 con saves.
Okay, I just want to double check something. Okay.
By the way, what
Does it doesn't affect their ability to hit?
It does, but they're not making. They don't have to roll anything to hit. It just.
So maybe she gets advantage on saves? Because like they're shooting at someone they can't see. Because they're in heavily obscured terrain.
Obscured.
He said,
How
"Hold me
about?
up."
Well, there's no particular ruling about it because it says it just automatically hits. But let's say +3 on your saving throws.
Sweet, that would be amazing. Okay, so I have to get 13. Well, I have to get 10. 7.
Oh, you're trying to beat a 16.
You have to get 13.
So I have to get 13. Yeah, I failed.
There's one that
2 of them
Like,
failed.
20.
2 of them
+3.
passed.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and roll for damage on the ones that you did not pass first, and then the ones that you did pass after for half damage, I
Okay.
believe.
Yeah, just tell me how
Half
much
damage
I can.
unsuccessfully. So let's see. 11, 7, 13. 11 plus 13 is 24 damage fully. So I'll write that down. 4. And then these next 2 are half. Half. 14, 15. Half of 15 would be 7. And then 13, half of 13 would be 6. So 24 plus 13 is 37 damage total. Not too bad, actually. 4 different spells at once.
Yeah.
Behavior guns, wall of sound! Crash, 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 crash!
Cool, that's cool. I used up some of the shadow spells. That's how I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's a second level spell too,
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
And so.
So that means that they are no longer under the sleep spell.
Okay, yeah, the concentration.
You can still make the concentration.
You can roll it.
Oh.
No, you just roll
You have to roll concentration save.
Oh,
But
okay.
you have to
4
be.
more times.
Oh yeah.
So just roll high 4
10,
times in a
yeah.
row.
Just be 10 4 times.
Is it just 10?
Yeah.
10.
10? Ah, okay, so there you go. Concentrate. So the sleet storm ends as quickly as it began. Literally, when you think about it, only seconds later.
Yep.
And then it goes to the owl. The sleet storm clears. You're standing over one of the bards who you commanded to try and go to sleep. It's hard to go to sleep with all this ruckus around. And across from you is the kind of ridiculous, kind of menacing form of Waterdeep's masked vigilante, the owl.
Just kind of aroused.
Kind of aroused. Let's see. Huh. You are within 5 feet of an ally of the assassin, I guess. So he's going to try and make his attacks against you. If one of them hits, he's going to do his sneak attack ability. Okay, I did not lie. That is a 20. I did not make it up. Viewers at home, I don't cheat on my rolls often. So let's see, there'll be an extra 4d6.
And quite happy we have that player in the party.
Oh, there you go.
It's a war cleric in this room. Oh,
Well, we do have healing potions on us.
I do like to roll lots of dice at a time, though.
That's what I do.
Take any punch in here.
So 25 damage from his sharp, rending talons. Says, you know, away with you, Yuling's dog. You'll die with the other rich, noble bastards that have been oppressing this city for so long. Slashly, slashly, slash, slash, slash. Caw. Hoo, hoo. He says hoo as he attacks. He's not mentally stable.
So, alright.
And now, last but not least, Just a-
sun, isn't it?
Okay.
It's the sunglasses on it.
Taking our potions is an action or bonus action.
No. That's something to see as
bonus action. Let's say bonus action.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the greater healing potion is a 44 plus 4. So I'm gonna uncork that.
That one only rolls once. Or 3, I guess. Once in a while.
14 is exactly what I would use if I did the spell. That's fine. Okay. So, 14.
Alright.
Okay, 14 points of delicious, delicious healing with me.
Tastes like raspberries.
Alright. Cool. So I did that. And then,
Fake cherry.
sure. I will take out Staff of Saloon and one of my short swords, and I will wail on it. Alright, so that is the staff, that is the short sword. So 27 to hit the staff, and 21 to hit
The potion's bonus action. Yeah, we just
Right.
talked about it.
I have 2 attacks, right?
They both hit.
Okay.
So the way we've always said is you can take it, but you can't give it.
Okay.
If you give
I
it, it has to
will,
be attached.
on the staff, I'm going to dump some charges into it and do the radiant damage here. So it's 6.
See, it's not all there.
Yeah, it's, how many charges is that? Oh, only 1? Okay, sweet.
Made that a little too cheap, didn't I? Oh, well.
So the first hit is 9 damage, and then second hit. Where's my effects? It's not here.
Okay, so it goes. Have you guys? No, it's only one round. Hasn't it?
Only one round.
Shit. Okay. Let's see. Cool. There are 3. You are a frog, I guess. Still. Do you do any froggy things?
Does it? Okay, so they've taken damage. No? Yes.
Some of them have, yeah.
Is the spell he's under concentration?
Yes.
Yes.
Did they make their concentration roll?
I didn't touch them.
Oh.
Haven't done any damage to him yet. Okay, so rivet.
Can I hop away from?
Yes.
You can't really do anything, honestly.
You lose your mental thing as well.
The
You
new
just
form. The new form can be any beast whose chanterings, blah 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 blah. It retains its alignment and personality.
Alignment is
That's
a frog.
No, it retains your alignment.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
So then it goes to the second group of
Yeah,
bards.
You can't hold an action.
You try run away and get into water or something.
Okay, so.
Try it.
Okay, no, I retain my personality, so I jump up at the guy who passed that spell on me, and I
In righteous indignation.
throw out my tongue to try and hit his ear.
Right in his ear. Oh God, what Willy? The wettest of Willies.
The West is still with
That same group of bards, let's see, they are going to try and bolt down another alleyway and escape, basically.
Okay, didn't that annoy him?
It certainly annoyed him. I guess he's still on his shoulder, maybe. You know, he's got a tongue in his ear, and he's running with the other 2 bards.
Abraxas is
The kind of thing
circling
that only
around
happens.
islands, everything.
Right? Let's see. So that's the second bard. They're trying to escape, basically. It goes to Zenbri now. There are still 4 angry bards ahead of you.
Okay. I cast Wall of Fire on them.
Huh?
Nice.
So they have to make a dex saving throw. They have to beat 15.
2, 3.
Make it like that down the alleyway, I guess.
Well, it's 60 feet long, but I don't think it
But-
goes.
Is this on those
15.
ones?
15.
Is this on the ones that are only... Oh, okay.
So
One's right in front of me.
2 pass, 2 fail.
Okay, sweet.
Ooh,
Nice.
roll.
One more, so 1. Oh, yes!
Damn. 3
So,
hits.
24, 30, 31.
31.
31 damage for each of them.
Yep. And then half on the ones that passed.
No, you're on the ones that are
I'm not casting
escaping.
it on them.
Just the ones that are directly in front of her.
Oh,
And then, once again, I'm going to move another 25 feet back. So now I'm 50 feet
Away.
from them.
Okay.
For some reason it reminds me of that picture. like,
Oh
two
shit.
shows me
As
with
a
little ball.
bonus action,
Yes.
because I can do that, as a bonus action, I'm going to wall shape into something with a lot of inputs. Actually, yeah, I do need water. Giant constrictor snake.
Alright, Giant Constrictor Snake is now before them.
Yeah.
Alright, so then it goes to that group of bards that you just wailed on. So they
Nice.
step back away from the wall of fire, you know, pat each other out.
Does the wall of fire keep going?
Yeah.
So
It's
you
there
are
for a
saying
minute.
that there's a wall of fire
Yeah,
and then
there's a wall of fire. If they step back, there's a wall of fire in front of them.
Yeah, so they move back away from it, you know, like
Yeah.
away from the snake and the fire. And let's see, I guess.
That is an awesome picture in my mind. I really wish that could hang right
Yeah.
now. I mean, I can't.
So let's see.
Zero.
And they're patting each other down. One gets a little handsy.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, that's just how bards are. Let's see, one heals the other one.
Did you get that feeling?
With a special touch.
You gave him a certain kind.
Let's see, next one heals the one next to him.
What does opaque mean again? Oh, you can't see through it, so they can't see me. Oh,
Let's see,
sweet.
next one heals the one next to him.
Then
And next one heals the one next to him.
That's fine.
But if they do manage to get their way through, you're gonna want to be a snake.
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah. They need cross out that very healing potion because that is
Gonzo. Right, so that is what those words did. Will they run away? I think. They will probably try and run away as well. So they're going to try and join their friends, duck down another alleyway, make their way south toward the docks. And then that is that group of bards. It is the owl's turn, I guess.
talk is a free action.
Yeah, talking is a free action.
I have no idea why you think we're with Yuling. We're just trying to help the city.
Well, then you'll let us go. Because that's where this money's going to. Back to the city.
all our fucking money.
He stole all of my money.
No, he stole all your
So,
money.
Jessup
Any
will
money he had.
put a
He
smile
only
back
like
and stand
25
back and be like,
Yes, I'm still very.
I have no quarrel with you. If you're trying to help the city, maybe get in contact with us.
I'll think about it. Owl wings deploy or whatever. And he begins to fly back up into the sky. Just as Feather Marshal and Mardum are making their way back, they see a wall of fire, a giant snake. Jessup.
Wait, we're on the side with the snake and not with the other bards.
No. You're on the other side of the wall. Nobody can see me.
No one can see her, I guess. So you don't see the snake. You see a wall of fire.
And
You
then
see
we see the bards.
Jessup. The bards running down the alleyway. You know, maybe you can see them making their way down, and a hooded figure making his way up through the sky.
So I'll just shout out again. Let them go!
It's very situational normal here.
The situation
They
normal.
have, just let them go for now.
One, I don't care enough to say anything about it.
Close one anyway.
The one up in the air kind of looks like a match between the PJ Masks character and like Batman.
Basically.
Picture it.
Let me see if I can.
Can fly.
Let's see. Cool, I guess. You're still on one of their shoulders making their way. Probably try and brush the frog off at some point. I mean, as fun as the sensation of a frog tongue in the ear is,
Okay, 1, 2.
probably be left in an
3.
alleyway somewhere back
Giant
before
snake.
you change back after
Don't
a
worry,
while.
it's just Zimbri.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's all of us, right?
Where is that cool?
Which one's not cool? He's the guy with the hand.
Where is that cool? Look,
The owl literally does just look like Batman. I guess maybe something a little closer to Watchmen's the owl.
yeah.
With a little more hands.
Less pudgy though. More metal armored than spandex.
Can I make a perception check and see if I can see a cool? I mean, we don't know that it's polymorph, so.
I guess after they feel safe enough distance away, he transforms back a couple minutes later, maybe.
Oh, it's an hour-long thing. It would take him an hour.
But
They
they
can
can, they can
Oh, they can
undo it though, I figure, once they feel safe. They're like, okay, the frog's not tailing us anymore. So, a heist. An owl heist led by the glamour god gang of bards. Who hired these idiots? Who knows? Find out next time on Dice.